जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन जमुनातीरावनचारी जमुनातीरावनचारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे हरे निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल हरे कृष्णा वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. I'm very grateful to all of you for giving me this wonderful chance to purify my life, my existence, and in relevance to this chapter, my mind. This chapter is all about mind. So what could be a better chance to purify our mind and control our mind than to study Bhagavad Gita, read Bhagavad Gita, discuss Bhagavad Gita in the company of wonderful Vaishnavas like all of you. So I'm very, very grateful to all of you. Subal Gopal Prabhu, Baldev, Siva Prabhu, Mata Biharani Mataji. I see some more familiar names. They come. Mataji, Baswati Mataji, Raghu Prabhu. And there's one more devotee. Thank you so much for joining. So the topic or the verse which Subal Prabhu asked me to speak upon is Bhagavad Gita 6.8. So first we will read the verse, synonyms, translation, purport, and then we'll beg for prayers from the Guru Parampara. And then by all of your blessings, we'll try to discuss something on that subject. Does that sound like a good plan for today?
Yes, Prabhuji. And we generally have like 2 or 3 devotees recite the verse. And if you want, we can ask some devotee to recite the Mangalacharan, Prabhuji. But either way is fine.
You tell me, I will follow that process, whatever you say.
Yeah. Devotees, Hare Krishna. Anybody would like to recite the Mangalacharan? I can share. Shalini Mataji would like to recite.
Sure, Prabhuji.
Yeah,
ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा माह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सवधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपिशा गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तु ते तप्त काञ्चन गौरङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृन्द। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण।
Mataji, back to you, Prabhuji.
Bhagavad Gita Kinchidadhita Ganga Jalalava Pita Sakrideva Murari Samarchana Kriyeta Yamena Charcha Maline Mochanam Pamsam Jalasnana Dini Dini Sakrid Gita Amritasnana Sansara Malanashanam. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, entitled Dhyana Yoga, text number 8. Jnana Vijnana Triptatma Kutasto Vijitendriyaha Yukta iti Uchyate Yogi Samaloshramsa Kanchanaha. Anyone wants to recite? You said few devotees wanted to recite.
I think the next Prabhuji. ज्ञान विज्ञान तृप्तात्मा कूटस्थो विजयेन्द्रियः युक्त इत्युच्यते योगी समलोष्टाश्मकाञ्चन। हरे कृष्ण।
I can also try, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna devotees and pranam all goes to Shri. Jnana Vijnana Triptatma Kutosto Vichitendriyaha Yukta iti Uchyate Yogi Sama Lostrasma Kanchanaha. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Synonyms, translation, and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. Dhyana, by acquired knowledge. Vijnana, and realized knowledge. Tripta, satisfied. Atma, a living entity. Kutastha, spiritually situated. Vijita indriyaha, sensually controlled. Yuktaha, competent for self-realization. Iti, thus, Uchyate is said, yogi, a mystic, sama, equipoised, loshtra, pebbles, ashma, stone, kanchana, gold. A person is said to be established in self-realization and is called a yogi or mystic when he is fully satisfied by the virtue of acquired knowledge and realization. Such a person is situated in transcendence and is self-controlled. He sees everything, whether it be pebbles, stones, or gold, as the same. Pebbles, stone, gold, same. Hare Krishna. So let's read the purport also. Shall I read, or shall devotees read, or how do you do?
Yeah, we can ask if anyone would like to read, Prabhuji.
Please.
Hare Krishna devotees, anybody would like to read? Okay.
Prabhuji, if anybody else wants, do you want to read?
Raise your hand if anyone is in a position to read, and I can call out, or so it's easy and smooth flow happens. It will be very helpful since we have less time. If you're in a position to read, please raise your hand. There are a lot of text and paragraphs to be read.
Raghu Prabhuji, you would like to read?
Yeah, I can read.
Karthik Prabhuji. Yeah, go ahead, Prabhuji. Half of yeah.
Yeah. Book knowledge without realization of the supreme truth is useless. This stated as follows. Ata Sri Krishna Namadi Na Bhave grahyam indriyaha sevanmukhehi jivadav swayam eva supatti adaha. No one can understand the transcendental nature of the name, form, quality, and pastimes of Sri Krishna, though his materially contaminated, no, through his materially contaminated senses. Only when one becomes spiritually saturated by transcendental service to the Lord are the transcendental name, form, quality, and pastimes the Lord revealed to him. Bhakta Rasamrita Sindhu 1.2.234. The Bhagavad Gita is the science of Krishna consciousness. No one can become Krishna conscious simply by mundane scholarship. One must be fortunate enough to associate with a person who is in pure consciousness. A Krishna conscious person has realized knowledge by the grace of Krishna because he is satisfied with pure devotional service. By realized knowledge, one becomes perfect. By transcendental knowledge, one can remain steady in his convictions. But by mere academic knowledge, one can be easily deluded and confused by apparent contradictions. It is the realized soul who is actually self controlled because he surrendered to Krishna. He is transcendental because he has nothing to do with mundane scholarship. For him, mundane scholarship and mental speculation, which may be as good as gold to others, are of no greater value than pebbles of stone.
Thank you, Raghu Prabhu, for reading this section.
Yeah, thank
I think there is more purport, or is it over?
That's it, Prabhuji.
Okay,
you.
sorry.
Oh, small one.
That's fine. There are more sections we will read. So before I begin, I want to prostrate myself and ask for the permission and blessings of all the assembled devotees so that the right words can come for the whatever 30-40 minutes we have to please Krishna, to please Bhagavad Gita, and to please and to serve all of you. Vanchakalpatirubhyascha kripa sindhubhyev cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namo. Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaye Tad Bhaktaye Namo Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Thank you everyone, those who are able to join this evening, taking out their most valuable precious time. I know it's not easy. You all have so many responsibilities as professionals and housewives, and so many things are there on all of your plate, but still you took out time to study Bhagavad Gita. That shows how much love and devotion you have towards Krishna. So this particular chapter, also called as Dhyana Yoga, is all about mind. And mind is the king of senses, right? The mind is the king of senses, primarily the five knowledge acquiring senses, right? Through which we acquire knowledge, like the eyes, we acquire knowledge, right? The skin, the nose, etc. And then the five working senses, like the hands, the legs, etc. But these are ministers. But who is the boss? Who is the boss? The mind is the boss, right? And this boss or this king, as we have read in the previous verses, we can try to make it the best friend, or it will become the worst enemy, right? Bandhuratmatmanastasya yenatmevatmana chitaha. If someone can overcome the temptations of the mind, control the mind, tame the mind, purify the mind, all synonymous, mind will become the best friend. But it's not that easy. We'll see that in the following verses, how even Arjuna is going to express that. It's not easy, but it's not impossible, Krishna says. So in this today's session, we will talk primarily about what is mine, what are the challenges, and we'll also talk about solutions, right? Otherwise, what point is discussing the problem? Mm. In the purport of 6.8, Srila Prabhupada mentions, if we go back, some of the qualities of a Yoga Ruda. Yoga Ruda means who's advanced in the process of bhakti, or those who are advanced in the process of self-realization. What are their qualities? Yes, jnana. But just knowledge is not sufficient. These days, ChatGPT, you ask any question, the ChatGPT will respond you. Million times better than any other person responding. Even any question, you can ask ChatGPT, I want to improve my japa. Please give me a good response based on ISKCON's philosophy. You'll get an excellent response. You ask any question about health, wealth, bhakti, anything, but realize knowledge, practice knowledge, vijnana, knowledge put into action. That's only few rare souls have that. What good is the knowledge in the head unless it leads to transformation of heart? It's just information in the head. Information in the head should lead to transformation of heart. Tripta Atma. Tripta means satisfied, tolerant, equipoised. That living entity who is self-realized, who is transcendently situated or spiritually situated, kutastha, spiritually situated. Vijita Indriya, Indriyo pe jeet paun. And by the way, Indriya also includes mind. Manashashtani Indriyani prakriti sthani karshati. Right? Mind is called the 11th sense also in many, many places. Yuktaha, competent for self-realization. So that person who has these qualities or who is trying to develop these qualities. Sama, equipoised. Lostra, ashma, kanchana. Stone, pebbles, gold. They see with equal vision. Anyone here who sees stones and gold with equal vision? Please raise your hand. Then you can donate some stones because in your eyes, these are like, you can donate some gold, but because in your eyes, they're like stones, right? For the POVP construction, right? And would like to donate some gold, which is stones to you. Not that easy. Not that easy. Right? Let's dive deeper in this. Mind is often compared to a monkey also. You are where your mind is. So for the next 30-40 minutes, let's try to be here and try to hear. Otherwise, our monkey mind will give us 9,999 reasons to do something else. So mind is like the king of the senses, right? And controlling the mind, Vijita Indriya, controlling the senses also means to control the mind. Because senses are like slaves to the mind. Senses are just following the dictation of the mind. Mind has primarily three functions. Thinking, right? Like cognitive function. Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I take that job? Should I take this job? Should I move to that city? Should I move to this city? Thinking, analyzing, analytical, cognition, etc. Manan. Then comes feeling, emotion, right? Sukha, dukkha, right? As we have discussed many, many times this point, manah param karanam amananti. The mind can make heaven out of hell and the mind can make hell out of heaven, right? It's all about the mind, right? Same circumstances, right? For example, if you are having nice rasamalai or gulab jamun or samosa, right? And you like those, let's say. So naturally one will feel happy. Oh, nice prasad, wonderful, wonderful, right? But suddenly you hear a bad news that your maybe something with job or something with a dear family member or something with some financial issue or like the car burnt, right? Something. Will that circumstance, that gulab jamun is the same, that samosa is the same, but something is different, right? So mind makes heaven out of hell and hell out of heaven. And when we talk about tolerance, physical tolerance, sukha dukha, right? Shita, ushana, that's not hard. That's still hard. But more harder than that is the tolerance on the subtle level because the physical senses we can see, right? The physical senses are more gross, but mind is very, very subtle. Hmm? So, man apaman, right? Sukha, dukkha, tolerating that is very, very hard. Much harder than tolerating the physical aspects. So, the feeling or bhavana, and then the sankalpa or willing. These are the three primary functions of mind. The mind can be the best of the friends, or the mind can be the worst of the enemy. Now, we don't have option to not be with mind. Can anyone leave their mind and go for a vacation? They can leave their husband, wife, and say, okay, bahut tang aa gaya, I'm going a 2 day break, right? Okay, the kids, I need a break. I'm going for 2 days just to be by myself, right? They can say, boss, I'm tired of you. I need a break, right? They can tell neighbors, anyone they can tell, but can they tell their mind, you are not being very cooperative. I need to break from you. Sorry, I can't take you for a trip. No. So what does that mean? Would we be like to be with our best friend, or would we like to be with our worst enemy? We cannot, we cannot. So the answer is, if we would like to be with the mind, which we always have to, the only option is to transition or to help turn the mind from the worst enemy to the best friend. Easier said than done, but this is ISKCON is a hospital for mind. Temples are hospitals for mind. In India, there are millions of temples, right? More than the number of hospitals, because there are more challenges, more mental challenges these days than the physical challenges, right? So many people are affected by their mind, right? This beautiful acronym on the mind by His Grace Chaitanya Charan Prabhu. By the way, I think he's coming to Alacho in a few days, I heard. So M stands for magnifies problem. Has anyone felt that? That mind escalates small things and makes them big? Hmm? छोटा सा problem होता है, the mind tries to make, oh, what if this happens, what if that happens, what she may say, what he may say, what करके, oh, it magnifies the problems. I imagines pleasures. Oh, if I get this car, I'll be so happy. If I get this money or this job, oh, that will be my dream. Oh, just if I get my visa done, all my problems will be solved. Just if I get the citizenship, oh, everything will be solved. Just if my son is a little bit more obedient, how nice it would be. Imagining this, that, right? And then in this whole N neglects opportunities because we are so busy, either the mind is in the past, hankering, lamenting. We miss the present. We miss the opportunities to do something about it. And D is denies reality. So it all can be elaborated a lot, but this is a very beautiful acronym. It magnifies problems, it imagines pleasures, it neglects opportunities, and it denies reality. What is the biggest reality which the mind denies? Oh, I have a lot to live. Right now, let me focus on everything but bhakti. Bhakti ko back burner pe. Because I have many, many years to live. I have a lot of time. I will become a pure devotee later, maybe at my 60 years or 50 or 70 or 80. There's always a tomorrow, mind will say. Mm, It denies reality. Then let's see further. What is Uttama Bhakti? This is a very beautiful verse quoted many, many times. Sarvo upadi vinirmuktam tat paratvena nirmalam rishikena rishikesha sevanam bhaktir uchate. Bhakti or devotional service means engaging all our senses in the service of the Lord. Rishikena rishikesha. The master of all senses. So Krishna is the master of all senses. So to engage our senses in the service of the master of all senses. When the spirit soul renders service unto the Supreme Lord, There are two side effects. One is freed from all material designation. Sarva upadhi vinir. Upadhiyon se mukt ho jate hain. And one's senses are purified simply by being employed in the service of Lord. So senses will become purified by being employed in the service of master of senses. Does that include mind? What do you say? Will mind get purified by serving Krishna?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. Because see, all the senses include the mind also. And yes, we have to use our mind also in the service of the Lord. Right? All those functions, thinking, feeling, willing, can be engaged or dovetailed, or as we say in the according to Rupa Goswami, Yukta Vairagya, right? The goal is not to stop doing, right? The goal is not to stop thinking or stop feeling or stop willing, but the goal is to think about Krishna, think about devotional service, feel how much Krishna loves us, feel the pain of others, paradukha dukhi, feel the compassion of Mahaprabhu, willing to execute, taking a vow for bhakti, chanting 16 rounds, following regulative principles, following Ekadashi, etc., taking the sankalpa, everything can be engaged. Right? So some quote from Prabhupada's Bhagavatam. There are 5 senses by which we gather knowledge and 5 by which we work. These 10 senses and the mind should be engaged in the Lord's service. Without engaging them in this way, one cannot get out of the clutches of Maya. There is no other way. Lot of people telling this seminar, that seminar, mind control, mindful, this, there are books and books about, but until one engages the mind in the service of the master of senses, Krishna, because it's not easy. Mamaya Dhuratyaya. It's very hard. It's very subtle. Many people may not even feel, oh, that I have a mind control problem. They feel, oh, my mind is controlled. My mind is pretty happy, stable. The enemy is hidden. So, engaging the senses is necessary for success in Bhakti Yoga. This includes the subtle sense, which includes the mind and intelligence. So, in other words, which is very, very important in this connection, Prabhupada quotes Chanakya Shloka and Chanakya Pandit many times. Matrivat paradareshu paradravyeshu lostravat atmavat sarvabhuteshu ya pashyati sa panditaha. One who considers another's wife as his mother. That's a mood. When we say Mataji, we mean that they are like my mother. They're like my guru, Guruma. They're my teacher. Another's possession is lump of dirt. Paradraveshu loshtravat. If we see lump of dirt on the road, we'll not be tempted to pick it up. That's how one should see other stuff, right? And Atmavat Sarva Bhuteshu. One should see other living beings as he would himself. Like as in English they say, treat others the way you would like to be treated, right? Be respectful, be kind, be caring. Ya pashyati sa panditaha. Very similar to Bhagavad Gita 5.18, right? Vidyavine sampanne brahmane gavihastina shunicheva shupakina pandita samadarshinaha. So the person who's Krishna conscious, who's following the Bhakti Yoga, sees with equal vision. So how pure or controlled my mind is, right? You don't have to answer these questions, but this is something for self-reflection. How much I think of Krishna versus material things, material desires. What is my natural inclination when I'm alone? How much do I complain about other things or other people? Oh, he's like this, she's like this. Oh, people are not nice. This is not nice. Time, energy, so much gone, right? It shows where our mind is inclined naturally. Naisargi. Prahlad Maharaj was asked, why are you're so inclined towards Krishna? He says, what can I do? The iron will be naturally attracted to the magnet. It's not iron's problem. That's pure mind. Pure mind, like gopis, like Prahlad, naturally attracted to Krishna. But impure mind, like myself, lot of work to be done, right? There's no natural inclination. Natural inclination is going downhill. How mindful or focused I am while doing devotional service, like chanting. We all know how much the mind runs here and there. How do I react or feel when someone treats me with unkind words or actions, etc.? That's also a function of mind. Mind makes sukha dukkha, happiness, distress, etc. So let's see what our acharyas were like. We're talking about seeing gold and stone and gold alike. You may have all heard this famous story, the skyscraper buildings and and the Sanatana Goswami that doesn't match, but I think the point you will like. He was living in Vrindavan, small, under the tree, not in the skyscraper building. But the point was, one Brahmana approached Sri Sanatana Goswami, and he got to know that this great saint has a special jewel, mm, which can convert iron to gold. Imagine I have a special jewel. If I touch anything, it will turn iron to gold. You think it will be valuable? What do you say? Hmm?
Yes.
Yes? Will anyone like to have that? No one? That means you don't care about having gold or having any material possessions, which is great. I pray that I also develop those qualities. So the point is so much value, so much value. Anything, this gold object, touch it, it becomes iron. So then Brahmana, oh my God, how much wealth! I can create tons and tons of gold. It'll be so much value. I'll be the richest person in the world, which everyone wants to be. He went there. Baba, Hare Krishna, I've heard that you have a very, very special touchstone. Can you give it to me? Oh, touchstone. Yeah. Go to that garbage pile and you'll find it nearby. Hmm? So he went, so he found that touchstone. He picked it up and he was very, very happy. Wow. And it worked. It was not some like false promise. It worked. But then he was thinking when he got back, this person, what kind of things we put in the garbage or near garbage can or right? Very, very precious things which are important, needed, right? Like our iPhone, right?
Okay.
The things we don't want, we don't care. When we are happy, okay, take this kachra. Otherwise, it's smelling, We don't want it at our home. Take it. We're happy. Lo, le jao, free. This person is thinking that let's say if someone discards their old phone, what does that tell? 10-year-old phone they gave someone for free. And it still works, it does some job. That person will think, okay, this person who is giving me this old phone, which works, certainly this person may have a much better phone. That's why he's giving me this. So this Brahmana thought, oh my God, this person has something very, very precious. Otherwise, why will he keep this precious gemstone, touchstone in the garbage? He reached out again. And then Satya Goswami said, you want the most precious thing? I'll give it to you. But throw away that stone. With a heavy heart, he did. And then he got the real Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuddha Nitya Mukta Bhinnatva Nama Nami. The holy name, the prime jewel, the pure love. Someone is not on mute, which is a little bit, if someone. So he got the most precious jewel, which is the holy name, right? The material world will try to cheat us by again and again saying that something else is of more value. It never was and it never will be. There is nothing more precious than bhakti, than Krishna consciousness, than love of God, than the process of devotional service. If anyone is saying anything less than that, they are cheating us. So we have to be careful. The famous story of Krishna and the fruit vendor, we have all heard, and not going in detail. She came to Krishna, she gave some fruits, and Krishna couldn't do much. He gave a few grains of rice. Ultimately, she got pearls and jewels in her basket, which were priceless, more precious than anything of this world. But later, when she was going back, it is mentioned in by the Acharyas, she threw her jewels in the Yamuna. I don't need anything, I have Krishna. That's devotee. That's self-realized. That's the advanced, mature devotee. That's Srila Prabhupada, right? Almost all of us and millions of more come to this country for better pleasures, better job, better opportunities, and better basically material things. But Prabhupada had everything. But he came to give the most precious jewel. He said, I've come to give what you forgot to stole, right? You got the Kohinoor diamond, but you forgot the Chintamani jewel, Nam Chintamani. This is the compassion, right? This is the compassion of Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, and all his devotees. Another very, very famous, so basically she treated gold and stone alike. She threw that. Another example is Grace Andhra Prabhu. These days, US passport is in big, visa, US residency or citizenship, all that is in big news. I heard that people are ready to pay millions and millions of dollars to get this. And in India, there are like 1 lakh people or 100,000 people who have already filled a form. Okay, take $5 million. We're ready to get this. By hook or crook, we want this. But it's Krisandra Prabhu who had this. He said, when he got to Vrindavan, never to return back through his passport in the Yamuna River. Gold and stone alike, right? What's my situation? If anyone of you have seen gold and stone alike, then you can throw some stones. Gauranga Prabhu, his Grace Gauranga Prabhu was mentioning, if someone throws stones at us, oh, get out of here. What will we say? Like we will throw 5 more stones, right? How dare you? But if someone throws gold at us, it will hurt, right? Right? Will it hurt? It will hurt. Probably harder than the stone. But what will someone say? Oh, I am very fallen. Hit me more. I need more. I need more harsh punishment. Hit more gold. Right? That's our situation. So the point is, this chapter is primarily about Dhyana Yoga, but if we carefully understand the Bhaktivedanta purports, Prabhupada is so beautifully connecting every verse, every chapter to Bhakti Yoga, right? So this is the yoga ladder, which you may have read, studied multiple times, but ultimately the Bhakti Yoga process, right, is like an express elevator, right, to a Bhakti Yoga. So if one does not need to, go through this, if someone is rendering Bhakti Yoga process, then everything, is included. They don't need to go through this yoga and that yoga and Ashtanga and Sankhya and this and analytical study and Jnana, philosophy. All that is Prabhupada is saying in the purport, that's like stone. If we have like the higher taste, if we have the higher understanding of the Bhakti Tattva, the conclusion of all Shastra is to take shelter of Krishna, man mana bhav mad bhakto. That includes everything. We don't need to do analytical study, go through all the Vedas, go through all the Upanishad. That will only complicate our head. And if someone is rendering pure bhakti, all the divine qualities will manifest. Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavati akinchana sarve gunaitas tat samasate surah. Haru abhaktasya kuto mahadguna. They are those who are abhakta, those who are not devotees of Hari or not taking the process of bhakti yoga, they cannot be good qualities. Temporarily, we may see some, it may be very flimsy or temporary, but ultimately, if we have to develop devotional qualities and all these qualities which we are talking about, equipoise, samalostra, seeing everyone with equal vision, etc., then bhakti is the process. Without bhakti, it's not possible. Our acharyas, so many prayers, so many texts, so many books are about this mana. Oh, my mind. Yes, Mama mana mandir. Mere man mandir mein aa jao girdhari. Like taking my, see, I and my mind are different, right? I am the spirit soul and my mind is something different. Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Mana Shiksha, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Dushta Mana Tumi Keshira. So many bhajans, prayers are there, which will really help us to tune this monkey-like mind. Let's talk enough about the problem. So like, okay, what to do, Prabhu? Or is there something we can do about? Absolutely, yes. That's what Krishna says, abhyasa. We have to try to follow this practice. So let's see. Here are some ways we can help, which we can do to help us. Text 26 talks about this famous important point. Bring it back. The mind will try to take a detour, but tell, oh mind, you've taken a detour, you need to get back to track. Very, very important for japa. Many devotees quote it, and for other things also. Sometimes we want to open, like a Gmail to check something, and we end up in Gmail, and like 30 minutes is gone checking everything, and I forgot, oh, I was here to send an email, right? Same with japa. The mind can do so many things. I'm not my mind, as Brajbihari Prabhu was mentioning. Sometimes the mind is a great planner. All these things may come in japa. The planner mind is on. Okay, after this, I have to do this. Sometimes the cook mind. Okay, what's going on in the lunch? What's going on in the dinner? Right? Okay, I need to get some grocery from Taja Mart and Patel and whatnot. Sometimes the preacher mind. Okay, let's do this on Janmashtami. Let's do this. Let's do, preacher mind is on. Sometimes the responder. Oh, she said this to me. Next time I meet her, I'm going to say this. Oh, he said this. Next time I meet, a managerial mind, complainer mind. Oh, she's always like that. She says this, he said that. Sometimes the visionary mind. Oh, what if I get this job? What if I, sometimes retirement mind. Based on our situation, based on like some, those who are students, maybe like office or assignments and project. Anyone can relate to this? Does it sound something which happens, or is it just some theory?
Yes, Prabhuji. It happens.
Yeah, a few cameras are on, but I hope everyone is able to hear, and it's relatable. The next thing is starve it, like the tiger in the circus. Mind will say many things, but we don't have to listen to every demand of the mind, especially uncontrolled mind. Especially if our enemy says, jump in the well. Enemy is saying, will we jump? No. So ignore it. Sorry. I don't know. I don't want to listen to all your requests. Mind, I will starve you. And then if he does good, so that's how they train. If they do as per the ringmaster, then they're given some food. If they do anything wrong, then they get whips. So that's what Thakur Bhaktivedanta Thakur says. We have to beat our mind, or starve it, not listen to every demand. The next is very, very important. I'll get back to you, mind. I'll get back to you. Haridas Thakur formula. We all know this story. Haridas Thakur, who is Namacharya, chanting 24/7. So some evil people, envious people, arranged for a prostitute to defame Haridas. Haridas said, okay, you have come here to be with me. I will spend time with you. I will fulfill your demands, but I need to do something now. Okay? I will get back to you. Please wait on. To put on the parking lot. Okay, you wait. I'll get back to you. This is also a very, very important technique. You know, this Haridas Thakur formula only called time blocking. So basically the idea is, if we stay busy, like Haridas Thakur, he had blocked certain time for japa, only 24 hours in one day, not a week. Because once this day's japa was over, next day would start. So she said, okay, I'll come again. Okay, I'll come next. But what happened? She became pure devotee. Time blocking. Mind will say, okay, you've not heard to me my request. I've been requesting you to do this. You say, okay, I need to get my japa done, or I need to, do some DT service. I need to cook for DT. I need to get my office work done. I need to pick the kids. I need to clean the home. I need to go to the temple. I need to, you know, attend the Gita class. Block the time. Very, very important technique in time management and mind management also. If we let loose, it will run in the wrong direction, because the conditioning is the impression, the samskaras, are very, very deep rooted. So, Haridas Thakur formula is, I will get back to you. Oh, my mind, I'll get back to you. The genie formula, right? Stay busy, kind of similar, but higher taste. So one person, rubbed the chirag, this, what is called, and the genie came out, said, okay, sir, I will do whatever you say. He said, okay, build me a mansion. Done. Get me a nice car. Done. Get me a nice job. Done. Get me this, get me that. Okay, all done. Okay, what next? Sorry. If you don't give me a task, I'll eat you. I'll devour you. He said, okay, get a ladder. Okay, he brought the ladder. He said, okay, keep going up and down, up and down, up and down. And if I need you to clean my house or to get the grocery, I'll let you know. If not, keep doing up and down. This is a very famous example. That up and down basically means keep chanting rounds. One round and one round. One round and one round. In short, stay busy in spiritual life. Okay, you need to get grocery? Okay, go and get. You need to take care of some office work? Do it. You need to take care of some kids, studies? Okay, do it. Busy? Or okay, you don't have anything? Up and down. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So in short, stay healthy, busy in productive things which are good for our health, our physical health, mental health, and most importantly, spiritual health. Stay busy. Otherwise, mind will devour us. And most importantly, manatrayati iti mantra meditation process. Pray to Krishna intensely, earnestly, sincerely. Krishna, my mind is so wicked. My senses are so like, envious and so, what do you call it? Poisonous snake. My mind wants to do everything but think of you. Please help me. There is no other way, no other way, no other way. Please help me to be more absorbed in bhakti. Help me to unconditionally remember you. Help me so I can call out with love and devotion. Pray intensely. If we really mean it, Krishna will help. Krishna will take it seriously. If we are chanting, doing mantra meditation, and doing a lot of other things parallelly, so Krishna will also be listening, but he'll also be busy doing other things parallelly. Krishna wants exclusive shelter and surrender. Mam ekam sharanam raja. If we think nothing but Krishna, Krishna thinks nothing but us. So call out sincerely. And all these things, my dear friends, I'm saying it for myself. So I want to pretty much, okay, there's one more quote here. Let's see if anyone wants to read this. Srila Prabhupada.
I can read, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Please.
The mind is not to be killed. Mind or desire cannot be stopped. But to develop a desire to function for spiritual realization, the quality of engagement by the mind has to be changed. The mind is the pivot of the active sense organs, and as such, if the quality of thinking, feeling, and willing is changed, naturally the quality of actions by the instrumental senses will also change. Srimad Bhagavatam 2.1.17.
So beautiful. Thank you so much. So we don't have to, like as we say, like if there is a cataract in the eye, the solution is not to remove the eye. If there is impurity in the mind is subtle. We cannot say like kill the mind, forget about the mind. We have to engage the quality of, what are we absorbing our mind in? So Krishna consciousness. This movement is International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Whatever our consciousness may be presently, mainly material consciousness to Krishna consciousness. Then the senses will also work smoothly, right? For example, on the day of Ekadashi, if we take a sankalpa, okay, I'm not going to eat today, no matter what. Even if someone gets like 5 samosas and 5 gulab jamuns and 5 rasagullas in front of me, I'm not going to eat. It's not hard to say no. It's a sankalpa. You have told the mind, no matter what may come, I'm not going to eat the non-grain food today. Even if it's the best of prasad from Vrindavan, right? I'll take it tomorrow probably. I'll respect it by offering pranams. So the quality of engagement, if mind, which is the king, if we are working on that, so it's both, right? We have to engage our senses and we have to engage our mind also. The more we engage the senses, the more it will be easy to control the mind. The more we try to focus on this thinking, feeling, willing, whatever, and be conscious, be introspective, the more we'll be able to better engage our senses. So with that, I want to thank all of you. I think it's time. So I'm very, very grateful to all of you. So we discussed a lot of points, primarily what is this mind? We discussed the acronym MIND. We discussed what are the main functions, thinking, feeling, willing. And we don't have to kill it, but we have to engage it appropriately by different ways. Some thoughts from the Shastra, like Haridas Thakur's example, starving the mind, engaging in higher taste, etc., time blocking, staying busy in productive things will help us. And with practice, with detachment, and most importantly, with sincere prayer, it's hard to purify mind, to control the mind, but it's not impossible. We are all in this journey. So I'm very grateful to Srila Prabhupada and to all of you for giving this opportunity to read Gita, to share Gita, and let's pray and please bless me so I can apply whatever I said today in my life. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhan Pranam. Again, very mind-boggling and mind-absorbing Katha Prabhuji, as always. So Prabhuji, one quick question. We live in a very different world than even in comparison to our childhood. So many technologies, so many things around us, and especially in my profession, every day you speak with people. At least I was 50 people with spouse and everything. And sometimes multiple things come in the discussion, not always the health, because you become friends of your patients also. And here there we have to keep an eye on the news also here, just headlines also, if needed. So even with these restrictions, those things also come in our mind, especially during chanting. So definitely we are engaging minds better than before if we compare in the past, but still very hard to avoid everything and to be totally focused in chanting or bhakti. If you have any comments on solution.
Thank you, Prabhu, for honestly and sharing that. And that's pretty much everyone's situation here or in every part of the world. We're all sadhakas. We're trying. We're not pure devotees. So do our best and not be too much. It's not like an overnight process, right? That you chant for 2 days, 2 months, 2 years, and suddenly, a switch is turned on like impure to pure mind. uncontrolled to controlled. It's a journey, right? And we're all in different stages of this journey. So patience is also required along with enthusiasm and along with sincere practice, utsaha, nishchaya, dhairya. And when it goes out of control, it's okay. Don't be, we're not our mind. Let's just say, okay, mind, I know you're trying to go outside. Let's, being aware, that's what Srila Prabhupada says, hear the holy name. So if you're not able to hear, that means you're not aware. So we are aware it's going, and as soon as it goes, it will try to take detour. It's not that even after hearing this class tomorrow, the mind will be completely pure. It's not going to happen, right? Therefore, sambandha, this connection is important, and trying to chant in that environment, so it's all connected, the kind of food we eat, right? Because consciousness is transferred through the food, the kind of habits we have. So the kind of time we choose to chant, of course, without any doubt, the morning time is the best because it's like a reset of the system, right? The computer or the phone has so many apps and things are open. The whole world is sleeping, and the devotee gets up. It's my time for japa. Certainly, it's a lot better because to focus, there is less chaos, there's less turmoil. Right? So this topic is turmoil to tranquility. So there is less turmoil in the morning and compared to we have been through so many patients and so many office, there's that, politics, so many, there's that, grocery, kids, school, tuition, there's that, and chanting at 9 p.m. Guess what will come, right? All the day's thoughts will come. But that resets, oh sorry, sleep. Sleep resets. That sleep is also compared to a mini death in some. So sleep resets the clock, right? At least to a large extent. So long story short, practice, 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 and having a regulated life, we have to do the needful. Based on our profession, yes, we may have to do some trainings, we have to do some catch up with the news or catch up with certain things. Then if our mood is that I'm doing it for the pleasure of Lord and it's required, um, the same time some checks and balances are there, then we can minimize the damage, right? That's what we can say. We cannot go to, and time and again when we get chance to go for spiritual rejuvenation, right? Okay, 1 week, nothing doing with office, hospital, and boss, and I'm going to Vrindavan. I'm going to Mayapur. We all should go. We should go for such holy retreats and recharge our spiritual batteries. That's also very helpful. Take a break to reset, right? Take a to get back on track, right? It's helpful to get senior association, to more intense sadhu sangha. Hare Krishna. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Any other thoughts, questions, corrections, comments?
Thank you, Prabhuji. Very, very wonderfully said about the mind and how it troubles us and how we can control our mind. So I like the point, Prabhu, that Sanatan Goswami is the touchstone. So in this material world, we think importance is our name, fame, property, money, family, and all. But the important thing is that Krishna name and the Krishna consciousness. If we keep it centered, then that is the real the Chintamani. So we keep forgetting that in this material world, even though we give some time for Krishna consciousness, but due to most of the time we spend with the material things, so we get forgetting that. So that is the highest chintamani that will come at the end of our life. So that is the eternal thing for the soul. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji, for repeating that. And therefore, we need to keep reading Prabhupada's books every day, regularly. The stories all of you may have heard in the past also, right? It's not that I got like a new story from somewhere. But the point is, mind, Familiarity breeds content. That's the nature of the mind as well. So we don't have to innovate new things. The process is already there. That same A, B, C, D, E will always be there, was there, and is there. Sadhu Sangha, Nam Kirtan, Bhagavad Shravan. The more sincerely we do it, the better the results will be. Thank you, Mataji, for re-emphasizing. Ultimately, this is Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. These are all the four, so-called Purushartha, but ultimately, Lord Chaitanya gave the Pancham Purushartha. Prema Pumartho Mahan. Krishna Prem. The success, the barometer of success, according to the world, maybe how much wealth people may have in the worldly eyes, but Krishna will not see that. Krishna will say, I gave you human life. Kya kiya? You collected some pieces of stone and you're saying you did justice to human life. Okay, I will give you birth in a gold and you'll become an insect in a gold mine because that's what you wanted, gold. But if we do justice to human life, Manushya Janama Paya Radha Krishna Na Bhajya Janiya Shuniya Vishekhaino. The success in the eyes of Guru and Krishna is how much Krishna prem we have developed. Ante Narayana Smriti. Ant mein wahi kaam aayega. Hare Krishna. Yes, Dr. Hari Mataji has a thought.
Yes, sir. I'm learning, Prabhuji. I'm learning.
Learning.
I'm a kindergarten student. I'm just learning about Bhagavad Gita every day, attending classes. Yes.
Very well. You're
Thank
all
you. Thank you, Prabhuji. Well explained today.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dhanvat Pranam, all goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for a very beautiful class. Lot of takeaways on how the mind damages as well as how to overcome the damage caused by the mind. So, Prabhuji, not a question, but kind of a concern. Now that we know that the mind actually damages if in case it follows the senses or controls the senses, and also we know how to get out of it, but that application is only possible if we are conscious that mind is trying to deviate, right, Prabhuji? That turning point, I need to realize that there is something going wrong, elaborately, or for too long I'm checking something. That intelligence, that I have to shift the gears. How is that? It's Krishna Kripa, but practically, yeah. I just want to hear from you, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
If I understand your question or comment correctly, you're saying that yes, mind is damaging, but often we don't even realize. It's like, I don't know what I don't know. And absolutely correct. The whole world, if you say, hey, do you have a mind control issue? What are you talking about? I'm a pretty stable person. Get out of here, right? Looks like you are crazy, right? Right? They won't say, he'll say, no, I don't have lust, anger, greed. If you say, hey, sir, do you have like lust, anger, greed issues? No. Right? So
Yes.
mantra reveals and heals. That's what the acharyas explain. So first, as Bhakti Rasamrit Swami Maharaj says, first be conscious and become Krishna conscious, right? If we can't be conscious of what am I eating, what am I doing, what kind of inputs, senses are the doors to inputs. Will you not like to know who is entering your house? Or will you just say anyone can come, right? Ghosts, thieves, everyone allowed.
Mm-hmm.
You have camera. If a good person, yes, welcome. If someone comes with a gun, sorry, door closed. Similarly, you have to be conscious. What are the inputs which I want to give to my senses, what kind of music I want to hear, what kind of things I want to smell, eat, see, etc. Right? You have to become conscious. Then only you'll become Krishna conscious. So yes, introspection, awareness is very, very much required. And that's called being mindful. Be mindful of what you are doing. Be mindful of what you're eating. Be mindful of how you are eating. Be mindful of what we are talking, right? Be mindful of the modes. We're all, these are subtle. Majority of the population is in mode of ignorance and passion, right? But no one knows about it. So therefore, we need to, as you said, nourish the intelligence. Nourish the intelligence, become Shastra Chakshu. Go to the bona fide spiritual master. Approach, ask sincere, humble questions, serve them. Then that mercy will come, yes. So we have to do our part, and then Krishna will also help. Yes, we have to study the Shastra in an appropriate, humble mood. We have to have sadhu sangha, we have to have bhajan kriya, etc. Then the anartha nivritti will happen. So all these things go hand in hand, right? And continuously nourishing our intelligence, because intelligence can say, hey, mind will say, let's watch a movie. Intelligence will say, movie? Sorry, it's time to sleep. I need to get up. If I want to see movie, okay, you're saying movie. Okay, tomorrow, maybe in the evening, if everything gets done, I will give you Abacharan movie 30 minutes. Okay, right? So that's the conversation. If the intelligence is strong, it can roar.
Yes.
If the mind is roaring, then it will like devour the intelligence and just go with the dictations of the mind.
Destroy. Yeah. Yeah.
Is it okay, Shilpa Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji, very much.
Does that answer your question? I don't know what was your question.
No, definitely. I just wanted to hear your way of explaining on how we should be conscious first, to know that we should be conscious that mind is actually taking over our thoughts. Otherwise, we wouldn't know whether it's our mind or our desire, or desire again from the mind. But yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. Very well explained.
If the enemy is hidden, it's hard. If someone slaps me, I don't know, I can't see. So how will I?
You have to be conscious, right, Prabhuji? Yeah.
So first you have to identify the enemy,
Enemy.
the bad side of the mind, right? So first you have to identify that this is my enemy saying to me, and this is my friend saying to me. And how will we distinguish what's the voice of enemy and what's the voice of friend? Because it's coming from the same person, the mind. That needs Guru Sadhu Shastra and proper intelligence. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Well, very well explained. Thank you so much.
Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji, for explaining the mind and how should we...
Harini Mataji, can you please mute? And if you have a comment, you can raise your hand. I think it'll be better. Thank you. Yes, Basati Mataji.
How can we control the mind? And the last Srimad Bhagavatam verse, it's very clearly says that we cannot kill the mind, or we cannot stop our desire. But it's very good. It's reflected in my mind too, that we can direct our mind by thinking, feeling, and willing, like to direct towards to understand that spiritual realization, which we can do it. That's you just explain, like tell your mind, no, not movie, not now, or we have to wake up early in the morning for chanting, so we have to sleep now. So those things are actually, Prabhuji, that like we had to talk, like during my young age, I used to talk to my mind. So I think now again I have to do that, tell my mind, no, yeah, now this is the time for this. You cannot do this, right? That way we can direct our mind, or even scold our mind if my mind want to do something which is not conducive for bhakti.
Beautiful. Thank you. And that's what the Acharyas said, as I mentioned, some of the bhajans and poems and songs and even like books. The whole book about Manashiksha is about talking to the mind. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur saying, "Oh mind, what kind of devotee are you? You're looking after name, fame, position. Do you know what it is? It's like the stool of the pig. Do you want that?" It's a conversation of the mind. Why are you hankering for the stool? Why don't you hanker for nectar? Krishna Bhakti. So he's teaching us by his example. So it's absolutely, and it helps. Whatever helps to get closer to Krishna. Subal Prabhu, let me know what time we are wrapping, or you please let me know.
No, Prabhuji, you're doing. Thank you so much for all your wonderful, mind blogging, as Prabhuji was saying about the mind, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Yeah, even you gave very wonderful practical, tips for us. Sometimes, yesterday we were discussing, like on Facebook, we want to post something, but once we go there, I mean, so many other things come into the picture, and yeah. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, blocking the time. And thank you so much, Prabhuji, for all your wonderful selfless. Please come again whenever. Let's all say 3 times loudly Haribol to His Grace. Haribol. Haribol.
Haribol to Shubha Vilas Prabhuji ki jai.
Prabhuji, come once a week at least.
At least once a week, Prabhuji, we like your class. Amazing class, Prabhuji. Please.
Yes, Prabhuji, please.
I would like to know more. Thank you so much.
So nice.
Haribol to Shubha Vilas Prabhuji. Shubha Vilas Prabhuji ki jai. ISKCON Temple ki jai. ISKCON Temple ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Karthik Prabhu, sorry, you were saying something. I didn't hear from you whole time.
No, I was just listening, Prabhu. I think first of all, it was so amazing to hear you speak after a while. I think you took some sessions in the past, but I kind of missed out on those. So yesterday I was facilitating yesterday's session. So it was, I think it was very perfect, like, and all the wonderful examples that you have brought in from, I think I kind of feel like I really felt inspired to prepare myself much better, after looking at your presentation. So thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu. You have realized knowledge. I have head knowledge, so you don't need all these tools. So you are a very sincere person.
Absolutely not. I think we all, as you said, we all are in the journey, and everyone is at a different stage and phase. So we just need blessings from all the Vaishnavas and to progress. So thank you, Prabhu. Yeah, as devotee said, like, you should at least come once a week, Prabhu.
Krishna. Let's see what Krishna arranges. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, my humble gratitude to everyone. Thank you so much for your time and patience and tolerance. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Bol.
Shubha Vilas.
Devotees.